You've always been preparing.
Preparing for exams, preparing for your work, preparing for your house. But have you ever pondered you should prepare for your finale death and afterlife? And do you believe this preparation will lead you to the ultimate happiness?
Let's talk about something super chill today.
Death. All the secrets are hidden in this book, the Tibetan Book of Life and Death. Let's dive into this adventure with an open mind. You might just find some life-changing wisdom here. But why should we face death?
You're probably wondering, why we got to face the whole death thing head on? Why can't we just shut that fear in a closet and deal with it when time comes? Well, here's the deal.
Facing death is pretty much like holding up a mirror to our deepest, truest selves.
It's like death is the friend who tells you the hard truth. No sugarcoating.
Only when facing death does living in the present become so imperative. According to Freud, the death instinct thanatos one of our primal drive, and its ultimate purpose is to lead us to death.
The threat of death hanging over our heads, like a sword of Damocles, feeling of desire to live. Yet fear often blinds us to this drive,
leaving us lost in a fog of denial.
The longer we avoid facing death, the less we understand it, and the more terrifying it becomes.
This avoidance not only feeds our fear of death, but also shapes how we live, rendering us helpless when we eventually confront it. So how should we face death?
Imagine knowing death so well, understanding its every phases, and being fully prepared for it. Suddenly, death isn't scary anymore. Death may be unpredictable, but compassion over transcendence. Death reminds us the truth of impermanence, a core principle in Buddhism,
where death is Sime's ultimate expression of life's transient nature.
Steve Jobs once said in his famous Stanford speech,
"Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose."
Steve Jobs spoke the truth about impermanence, that at every moment we are on the way to death, and everyone and everything is on its way to death as well. That may sound a little negative, but monks even train themselves to meditate on their death. This exposure gives them a more open attitude towards death, knowing we're all on the same highway to the great beyond. Can you treat all beings kindly?
It's the awareness of death and impermanence so urgent that we seek enlightenment every second.
As Confucius once said,
"If a man in the morning hear the right way, he may die in the evening without regret."
Death is a chance for growth, present a profound opportunity to cleanse karma. In Buddhism, death is not an end, but a new beginning.
It's an awakening. It's the first time our souls are detached from our physical bodies and the roles we've played, and become fully aware of our deeds and the true purpose of our existence. This transition period after death, called
Bardo,
a word used in everyday speech among Tibetans for the intermediate state between death and rebirth, offers a unique opportunity for liberation.
It's very powerful.
It's a moment that we can erase karmic stains, choose a better rebirth, or even step off the rebirth roller coaster entirely. Think of it as the universe's waiting room where your Bardo body decides.
What's next on the adventure list?
One's Bardo body will be conceived in a new life form and continue to exist. Therefore, we will be reincarnated countless times until the life individual finally attains nirvana enlightenment. So let's embrace this journey with knowledge and readiness, seeing death not as an end, but as a stepping stone to something greater, that we can truly break away from the mechanism of the six paths of rebirth. Now, when the final curtain call comes, two things matter: your past karma, basically your life scorecard, and how your mental state is at that time.
But here's a fun twist. Even if we wreck our bad karma, the last-minute mindset shift can rewrite the future, and in an instant, we can purify all karmic obstacles, choose good rebirth, or even able to get out of the cycle of rebirth.
That's why, when someone passes away, keeping the drama to a minimum is key. Overdoing the grief can cramp the departing soul, making their next stop bumpier than necessary, and may even fall into evil paths, and not being reborn as a human in reincarnation. Not exactly the best send-off gift, right? So let's keep the grief in check.
As for the state of mind, we have the secret sauce. Zoa, a Tibetan Buddhist conscious time meditation, but this is a bit more complicated, so we'll put it into more detail in a later video. The simple version:
letting go. Not just us, but also the family and friends who accompanied us on our last journey.
Drop the grudges and the wish list. Let go of attachment and anger. Let go of past desires.
As the author Sogyal Rinpoche says,
I want every human being not to be afraid of death or life. I want every human being to die at peace and surrounded by the wisest, clearest, and most tender care, and to find the ultimate happiness that can only come from an understanding of the nature of mind and reality.
The book we're diving into today is either modern retelling of another ancient epic, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, crafted in the 8th century by the legendary Guru Rinpoche, the lotus-born Padmasambhava.
This masterpiece is the cornerstone of Tibetan Buddhism. It's like the original script to the most epic saga of life and death.
If you want to know more about that book, leave a comment and let me know. Maybe I will cover it in a later video. Thank you for watching. This is my first episode of Tibetan Philosophy of Death. If you enjoyed it, hit the like and subscribe button. Stay tuned for more content on Zen, Buddhism, and Eastern culture. Until next time, take care.